Hey, this is an AeroPress. Let me just put the label here so you can see what it is. There. This is the AeroPress. This is a tool for making coffee. And I've used it actually only once, so this is going to be kind of an adventure. Now, at the bottom, you guys can see it has the little strainer holes. This is where the coffee comes out. And then you have a plunger that you use to press hot water through, and you'll get a lovely little coffee drink at the end. This funnel, I guess this is for when you pour your coffee in. I might use it today because I do tend to be a little bit clumsy. We have a stir stick that you use to basically kind of stir up your coffee grounds and get them all nice and basically you want to stir your coffee to make sure that the hot water is touching all of the coffee grounds evenly. Because otherwise, if you don't stir, you might have some coffee that's more extracted than others. So stirring is important. We have a scoopy spoon, which I'm actually not going to use because I like to just dump my coffee in. And then we have filter paper. And they come with these beautiful, like, little circle filter papers, and these actually are going to go, hang on a second, they're going to go right in here, so this part comes off, and then you put your filter paper right here. I'm going to heat up some water too because I kind of let it cool down a little bit. Okay, so we're going to be using 90 degrees Celsius water, so not super hot water. You wonder if the AeroPress works with tea. You know what? You could probably pop some loose leaf tea in here. Because it basically, so it has a steep time before you push the plunger in, which I'll show you. And it kind of steeps like those loose leaf tea colanders. No, it's not a colander. It's like a little, do you guys know those teapots with like the little strainer thing in it? And you put your loose leaf tea in and then you add your water. Yeah, it's very similar to that. And then we need a cup. I'm going to use this cup because it's fun. And then also for today's beans, so I did get a gift of beans from some family, and because I know I love coffee, it's called No Bullshit, which it's very fun. This is a medium, so it's supposed to be a medium roast. I kind of think it's more like a dark roast, but it's an Ethiopian and Kenyan blend. It's a very cute bag. I like the bag. So I have my grounds already. They're right here. So we're going to pop those in. Our water just finished boiling. So basically the way you're supposed to set this up is you take your little strainer basket and you put your tiny little filter in it like so. So it's nice and beautiful. I don't pre-wet my filter. You don't really have to. And then you just kind of screw it in here until it locks. And you'll notice that there's some numbers here on the side. Now these numbers correspond to the number of scoops, where my scooper went, the number of scoops of coffee that you put inside here. So 1 scoop, you put this much water up to here. And then if you put 2 scoops of coffee, you pour water up to here. And if you put 3 scoops of coffee, you pour water up to there, and so on. I don't really do that because, again, this is like if you're trying to make a really strong cup of coffee. Now you do want a cup where the lip is not so wide. My lip is kind of wide, so you have to be really careful that it doesn't like slip and fall when you're doing things. We're gonna hope that doesn't happen. All right, so now I'm going to dump my coffee in. I'm gonna use my little funnel here. Oh my God, guys, this could be really bad. It's just gonna be careful. Okay. So I ground about 20 grams of coffee beans, and let's see how it fills it up. Pretty good. Let's see here. You guys can't really see, it's kind of opaque, but the coffee comes up to right about there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add some hot water to it, and we're gonna let it kind of steep a little bit. I'm gonna add water up to the 2, I think. So here, you don't have to use a fancy gooseneck kettle. You can literally use a pot of hot water and just dump the hot water in carefully don't burn yourself. Hang on, where are we? That's like sort of 2. I'm gonna do a little bit more because, you know, it's never bad to have extra water. Okay, so we're gonna let it kind of hang out there. Okay, so then before we let it start sitting too long, we need to stir it. So we're gonna use our really weird paddle. You could use this to whack somebody, I suppose. We're gonna use it to kind of just stir our coffee. Okay. And also, my music just got really dramatic. I love this song, but not right now. Not right now. Calandra, guys, if you like Calandra, you should listen to her. It's very beautiful music. Okay, so we are stirring the coffee. Let me just check it. Okay, so it's beautiful and creamy. It smells amazing. I'm gonna set a timer for 2 minutes. Why did I pick 2 minutes? Because James Hoffmann said so. You can experiment with the time that you think your coffee needs to steep. If you let it go for 2 minutes and it tastes really bitter at the end, then you should probably steep it for less time, like maybe 1 minute or 1 minute and 30 seconds. You know, just mess around and have fun. That's what making coffee is all about. It's like your very own experiment. And you get to drink the results at the end. So basically the next step is very carefully, without letting your hot coffee mixture fall off your cup, insert a plunger and gently push down. You should not be forcing the plunger down. If you are, that means you're either very weak or something's incredibly wrong. I'm just applying, you know, good pressure, and I'm pushing the coffee through. And now I'm kind of at the bottom, not all the way. There's a lot of bubbly things that are happening. To kind of avoid the bubbles, you suck back up, and then all of the bubbles go back up into your tube. And now comes the fun part. Actually, this is not a lot of coffee. Look at that. It's tiny coffee. What do you want? You want coffee? Oh my god, Ip. So it made a very small amount of very dark coffee, which is great. That's fine. This is about 5 sips of coffee right here. You know, next time I might fill it up to like right around here. All right, so the fun part is the cleanup for the AeroPress is amazing. It's so simple. So I have my discard cup here because I have lots of cups everywhere. So to discard your puck, you just twist off this. And then look, you have this lovely puck. And this is my favorite part. You just kind of shoot it like that. Oops, it kind of just fell out because gravity is a thing. And you just kind of shake it out there. You have some like little things on the bottom. That's okay. You can take a napkin that I have here and just wipe all the grounds off. It's super easy. I've literally seen people make AeroPress coffee like on an airplane. So you can take it with you anywhere. It's a magical godsend. More water equals more coffee. You know what, Styles? I would have never guessed. I don't know. It looked like a lot of water when I poured it in here. But retrospectively thinking, I think I should have done like at least a 3. That's okay. That's okay. But yeah, so your cleanup is super easy. You can just pop this over here and then just enjoy your cup of warm, toasty coffee. Whoa. Okay, so this is very strong. I think I should definitely add more water next time. The 2 minute incubation period was definitely a good call. I would probably do 2 minutes again. So basically there is some bitterness. It tastes like, you know, coffee bitter. But there's also this little hint of kind of like burnt molasses, which is sort of pleasant. I don't know if anyone's ever burned molasses before. And then drunk it. It kind of tastes like that, which is, you know, interesting.